Hey everybody, what's going on? Emo Tempest here, and I am bringing today our first community spotlight featuring the Purple Baron himself. He is not playing Purple, but I did hear you guys like...
The Purple's in here,
the Purple's in there.
Yeah,
That's for another video, but I did hear you guys like FF10 Guardians and stuff, so I wanted to get this out to you guys. Andy's had great success with this here at locals, and online too, in main deck and other tournaments. So Andy, let's get into the deck, tell us about it, and yeah.
Sure. Hey guys, welcome to Emo Tempest's channel. I'm the Purple Baron, Andy Carmona, and here I want to represent my version, my take of Guardians, featuring the new Jacked over here as well as the new Yuna. Okay, so run it through it real quick. We'll go through the forwards. We're playing 3 of the new Yuna, 3 Braska, 3 Jacked. The new Jack, the one that can grab a 7-drop fire forward when he leaves the field. We got triple Tidus, triple Demon, and then our flex spots, we've got double Orin, double Braska, double Riku, double Porum. For our backup lineup, we're running 14 backups. We've got the Sarah Princess Sarah combo, the class 4th Moogle that taps for fire, Edgar, who is another target for Sarah. We've got Aiko, Waka, and Saz. As you can notice, there's a lot of bursts in here, but then we move on to the real meat of the potatoes of the deck. And we got the summons, right? A lot of EX bursts. I'm talking crazy ton. Oh, and we got Selfie as backups as well. Triple Amaterasu, triple Kokolin, triple Fanfrit, we got double Levy and Brynhilder. So we worked on the numbers on this quite a bit. So the concept of the deck really revolves around, right, the Jack, right? So the way we wanted to proc the Jack initially was to do like Magic Pot or whatever on Earth was terribly slow. So then I was like, okay, I want to get some value off of the Jack, but at the same time I want to get the value off of the Yuna. So the Yuna comes into play here with drawing cards off of a summon, right? So you can actually draw 2 cards off of the Kokolin. If you're Amaterasu, you can draw a card. So it's a lot of good value here. So the idea of the deck right now is to kind of just like, as you're kind of like building your backup, which you can get to 3 of pretty easily, you can slam the Jack down the field and kind of just like stave off aggression. And if things get crazy, you can pop it off of a Fanfrit Burst if you're lucky, or just hard cast it. You know, you can send him, you can get your 2 targets here. At the same time, they have to deal with Yuna, right? So Yuna's S ability is more or less what we started like getting more summon heavy, and we went a little bit lighter on the forwards. So for every summon in the break zone, you get to deal 3,000 damage, right? At 3 summons in the break zone, you're gonna be nuking pretty much anything worthwhile. That's where some of the more options come into play, right? So Tidus can get you another copy of the Yuna. That's another S ability there, right? So now Tidus reads, when Tidus enters the field, usually for free, he's going to grab you another copy of Yuna, you can kill something. Aiko, the same thing. She basically comes into the field, you can get double summoners, whichever one you want, because Braska's in here. Grab another Yuna, you can S ability, right? So then we wanted to, knowing full well that we're going with Jack, we're going to include the Braska. Right, because these technically are your only options here. But when you have these 2 out, you can burst to Riku, you can get some additional like draw power and removal, which is pretty cool. But then the Braskas become a little bit more live when you have the summoners on the field. Let's see here. So yeah, some of the cool things really is just kind of like you have a lot of removal for a discounted cost, and a lot of the stuff that's happening that you're playing, you do get a draw for the Yuna. So you kind of want to prioritize like having her inject on the field. Mind you, they're all searchable through Tidus. And what else here? I'm just thinking of what else, maybe some combos or something. But really, it's pretty awesome. Orin came back into the deck just because we have a lot of rugged genes running around. So so he likes to redirect the first strike, haste, and all that stuff to himself. So it's really cool. Porum's here just to recycle summons. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty much the deck. It runs great. In terms of needing to either play more conservatively or play aggressively, it can cater to both. Because you're running, like you can run 2-drop Orin, you can drop a Riku, Tidus cost 1, or you can go Orin, Braska, drop Tidus, grab a Waka just in case like you're hurting for backups or something. We definitely go for the Waka backup here because he grabs you, I believe, 36 targets, if I'm not mistaken. So anything water and anything category 10, Waka can grab, right? So in a pinch, if you've just happened to open up let's say this was your opener, right? Here, here, and here, and oh no, you opened up a Yuna, right? All right, cool. So your turn 1 can look like pitch Yuna, tap move, right? Pass. Next turn, you can play Orin, Tidus cost 2, grab yourself a Waka. Now you have more or less, you know, you're using CP more efficiently, right? And that's based off of having the discounts and having things that search themselves. So there's a lot of searching. It's burst heavy. So if your opponent does like to aggro down, you know, stuff, you have removal in the forms of Brynhilder, Levy. Colin can draw you cards. Fanfrit's just really good when your opponent, like, if you don't choose to just like slam eject onto the field and decide not to block and you burst the Fanfrit, like, you're living the dream. Demon comes out and he just starts cleaning up. But man, that's basically the deck. It is no longer earth, fire. It's not wind, water, which I'm still building around another Guardian deck list to revolve around those colors. But I think the identity of Guardians lives here. This is what they want to be doing. It's very efficient. Don't believe me, there's videos on your channel and TCG Taco's channels of me piloting this deck. I'm sure there will be links somewhere on the screen at this point to show you where to find gameplay of this deck. If you have any questions, you know who to reach out to. Back to you, Emo Tempest.
Yeah, really quick, Andy, just give us a rundown. What are some of your I guess bad matchups, right? What were some of the bad matchups you would say this deck has? Like,
so I just finished playing Pure Series, which is stuck in Opus 20, right? We didn't move on there. And the hardest matchup, honestly, was Cat 6, but not because of what Cat 6 was doing. It's the war of attrition with the Demon, because we both these decks rely on our backups. I mean, break zone, right? So Demon, you know, he can come in, he can call Guardians. You're kind of weak to that because you have 3-4 Guardians, you have 2 Summoners, right? But at the same time, if they're breaking your Guardian, your Jack, you bring out your Demon, and you're also dealing with Amaterasu. Like, it's a lot of like, here's, present your Demon, present their Demon. Right. Can you stop it? Can they stop it? Everything else, you have an answer to. Whether you have to hit it for damage, clear it with a bounce, blank it, like remove its abilities. If you need to stick a body on the wall that they don't have an answer to, like even if they dole it, you have a way to just break it. Remember, Holy doesn't care where the fort is. You can break your own Jack with Holy if you need, if they like you last resort, right? Okay. I advise everybody to just try it. Build it, try it. You'll see how much fun you'll have with it. It's like I said, it's burst heavy, so it feels really nice when your opponent's like on the aggressiveness. And just try it out.
Okay, last question for you is, I'm noticing there isn't any Opus 21 cards. Any thoughts on what you might add, or what you might like to test going forward with this? From the new set?
So I tried testing the new Bahamut, but as terms as like forwards go, no forwards. Backups, maybe I can play with Lena backup, right? But as of right now, the numbers work.
New Edgar, maybe, right? He's a king, right?
Yeah, king. Like there are spots that I feel like can be messed with. Obviously, the Edgar is a good flex spot here that we can mess around with. But I'm kind of sold on like where the number of forwards and the summons are at.
Okay.
Maybe 3 selfie is a little too greedy, but you won't think that when you burst a selfie, you have you have Braska and Yuna on the field. You get back a BFA, and now you can just tight. You can now pitch them for 10K.
Eat 10K.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take your child to work day. This is what the deck is, you know. Daddy takes daughter, and daddy takes son.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Andy. Well, thank you so much, guys. This was my first community spotlight here from South Florida locals. Andy, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And any questions you have, like you said, leave them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
I hope you play with it. It's a great deck. It's very fun. It's something unique, and I definitely believe that this is the direction that Guardians wants to go.
All right, thanks, man. Take care, everybody.